To go from throwing in the towel, like just, this isn't it, there's no way I'm gonna make it, to crying nights. Now I'm at a point where I understand who I am a little bit better, I understand the life I have, but when you look back on it, in the moments I do, it's still crazy, to even be here.
Donovan Mitchell has all the makings to be a superstar in the NBA. He's on his way to checking all of the boxes. Great come-up story? Check. Big-time performances? Check. Scintillating highlights.
20 points first 3 years. Jokic, boy, oh boy, if you're 7 feet and you reach, Donovan Mitchell just says, that's a big mistake. And how about the adjustment as Grant comes over? Wow.
He double clutched on that.
My goodness.
Make it 28 after that last hucket. Mitchell! Nasty!
Killer step back.
Big check. Personality, flair, swag.
And they're not going to count it good, though.
But more importantly, 2 fouls now on Dylan Brooks. 2 on Brooks.
Check. And the man's even got his own signature shoe.
For my signature shoe with Adidas, the Donna shoe 1.
Donovan Mitchell is on his way to being a superstar. This is a new series, Ascending Superstars, where I take a look into young players that are currently stars in the NBA that are on their way to superstardom. Donovan Mitchell is one of the more improbable stars of our game today. He wasn't a guy that was highly touted or hyped coming out of high school. He wasn't like a McDonald's All-American or a top 5, top 10 prospect like guys in his class like Jaylen Brown and Ben Simmons and guys of that nature. He was, like I said, a top 50 prospect. He didn't make the McDonald's game, but he was a Jordan Brand All-American as well as making a couple more All-Star games. And he really wanted to be one of those guys at the top of the class with all the hype and all the accolades and things of that nature. So he took that as a slight. He took it as a slight. He let the fire build inside of him. It built up and built up. And every time he went on the court, he went crazy. He went bananas even, I would say. He really showed out in the opportunities that he got in the Jordan Brand All-American game as well as the Elite 24 and in the Ball Is Life All-American game. He was giving us a glimpse of what we were going to see in the future. After graduating from high school, Donovan Mitchell was on his way to play at Louisville. He spent 2 years at Louisville, and in his first year, he didn't perform well. He only averaged about 7 points a game, and with any human would do in a situation where they have high expectations for themselves and they don't really exceed those expectations, start to doubt themselves. It was to one point where he was asking himself, is this really what I want to do? And am I good enough? And something changed mentally in that summer from his freshman to sophomore year. Everything shifted for him. He started to get into the gym. He said the gym became his sanctuary. He was in the gym so much, late nights, everything. He was in the gym so much that he worked his way into 4 a.m. pickup games with Rajon Rondo, Josh Smith, and a bunch of NBA guys. And that really helped boost his confidence because in those games, in those pickup games, he started to get a competitive advantage, getting a feel of what that next level was like, and he felt as though he had a leg up on his competition at college. Now, starting off his sophomore year, he didn't start off too well, and those doubts started to creep back into his mind. But he was able to lock back in, and for his sophomore year, he averaged about 15 points a game, shooting a decent percentage from the field and from the three. And even if you go back and look at his college highlights now, you can kind of see the beginning stages of a billowing monster. You can see the split through the lane dunks. You can see the athleticism. Athleticism has always been off the charts, but you can see some of the pick and roll game, some of the shiftiness and all that other kind of stuff. And even with that, after his sophomore year, he still had doubts about himself. Still wasn't sure if he was gonna go in the draft or not, and it was to the point where he was doing workouts and doing open runs, and it took for a Hall of Famer by the name of Chris Paul and a perennial all-star by the name of Paul George to tell him, oh yeah, you're ready. And even after all of that, he still wasn't projected to be like a top 5, top 10 pick in the draft. He was considered like a late lottery, top 15, top 20 guy. And his expectation was to be a 3-and-D type of player. And after years, almost a decade of work, he was finally selected in the 2017 NBA draft by the Denver Nuggets of all teams. And he was traded for the 24th pick in Trey Lyles, which, looking back in hindsight, is a heist of all heists, brother. Listen to me. Do you know who the Nuggets picked with the 24th pick in the draft? Tyler Lydon. Does anybody know who Tyler Lydon is? If you watch college basketball, you do. A Syracuse guy. But Tyler Lydon was traded for Donovan Mitchell and Trey Lyles, who didn't play for the Nuggets for more than 3 years and didn't contribute a whole lot. So yeah, fun fact. Now that we've gotten to the point where he's in his 4th year, we know he's not just a 3-and-D player. He's done a lot more than that. He's been a 2-time All-Star, a slam dunk champion, and undoubtedly probably the 2nd best player in that draft class. You can argue that he might be the best with all the accomplishments he's had as well. And all the expectations come into the NBA, he's just smashed them out of the park. He's a highlight machine hitting in the mountains of Utah. In his rookie year, his first team all-rookie, runner-up in Rookie of the Year, which he should have won. He should have won Rookie of the Year that year, but that's besides the point. And he led his team to 48 wins in his rookie season and the 5th seed in the NBA playoffs. And guess what they get as a cookie for that? Russell Westbrook, the reigning NBA MVP. Paul George, perennial All-Star. You know what happened in that series? The Jazz won 6 games. Donovan Mitchell showed out. 24 points a game, 4 25-plus point games, and a 38-point game in the closeout victory in Game 6, which was a magnificent series for him. They ended up losing in the next round to the Houston Rockets, who made it to the conference finals that year. But for a rookie year, that's a hell of a rookie year. And he hasn't disappointed since. All 4 years of him being in Utah, they've been to the playoffs every single time. And now they're getting to the point where this year they're the number 1 seed. The number 1 seed in the West, the best team record-wise in the NBA. There's still a lot of doubts about the team, but that's besides the point. Donovan Mitchell is that dude for that team. He's got guys around him, but he is that dude. And if you want to look at his playoff resume from the 4 seasons that he's been in the playoffs, it's there. It's really there. He's had 9 30-plus point games and 3 40-point plus games, including 2 50-pointers. One was 57, which was 3rd all-time for NBA playoff game, and another 51-point game. And those 2 games were in the same series, which is insane, dog. It's insane. It's insane. And he has all the qualities to be a superstar, like I said. When the game is on the line, he's bringing it. It's a big-time game. He's bringing it. He's talking to you. He's getting the crowd energized. He's got an explosive game, which leads to fan impact. If Donovan Mitchell was in another market that wasn't Utah, he'd probably already be on the level of a guy like a Luka or a Jason Tatum or something like that in the conversation and how much people praise him. But since he's in Utah, he doesn't get all the credit and all the love he deserves, so that's why I'm giving it to him here. I don't see the Jazz going away for the next 5, 6, 7 years, so they're going to be an obstacle in the West for a long time, and that is because of one, Donovan Mitchell. Thank you for watching. If you like the video, like the video. If you have something to say or a different opinion, or just an opinion in general, leave it in the comments. Leave a like on the video. Share the video. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Tell that friend that told a friend to tell a friend. And tell their whole family to come check me out. Cozy Boy Don. Check it out. Peace.